Hey up guys, this man here, and today we will be reviewing episodes 84, 85, and 86 of Pokemon Master Journeys. The reason these three episodes are all in one review is because they're all like one continuous story, so I thought I might as well connect them all for one review. Alright then, with this intro out of the way, let's get right into the review. So first off, episode 84, Lucario Knight Adventure on Mega Island. This episode had definitely good qualities, such as Ash's aura bond with Lucario being shown off more, and the gloves returning, which are a nice feature to his design, similar to how the Z Ring was a nice feature for design in Alola, and it went along well. He has gloves with the Mega Stone in it. Now, I do have other positives, such as I like how Korrina was treated this episode, and they gave her a win finally against Quilladin. I liked that part. I also love the little continuity with Gherkin and Axe and Go. How is his catching going? Because those two did have that interaction before. Now, for some of the negative stuff that I have, it's mainly the Mega Stone doesn't feel deserved. That's my main problem with a majority of the arc. Lucario and Ash do not feel. I do not feel like they deserve the Mega Stone. We hardly see Lucario as it is, especially training with Ash. It's all off screen, and realistically, Lucario's really only had like 2 battles as Lucario, where it's actual like trainer battles, and those being Team Rocket and freaking Volkner, where it carried that battle. And we even see Ash is tested to have tested for the Megastone when Gherkin versus fights him with Alakazam, but Ash just avoids Gherkin and just jumps over him. That part wasn't really that interesting. He basically got the Megastone with little effort. Now the best part of this episode actually is when they split up and Go uses some of his Pokemon and Ash used Dragonite at one point and Go used Flygon, but that was like earlier on. You see, that's how you use Pokemon. If you're gonna go on like countless adventures where you go, oh, we are going to this region, we're gonna go on an island and explore. Have your Pokemon with you to like traverse the island. That's what my favorite part of the Mewtwo episode is, and I really love how Ash and Go used some of their Pokemon on this island, especially when Go decided to use Pampor, Rain Dance to cool Lucario off when they were running from the lava or the heat area. Also, Go catches a Camerupt that we'll never see again, and I don't think he should have caught that. If he did, I would have been okay if he did, if he had used Pampor like to attack it, but he just threw a Pokeball at it, and it looked really strong. So I don't know how he got it so easily. Now, the best part of this episode is when Ash and Lucario are split up, and they use their aura to sense each other and find each other. Now, that is how you show off a bond. I just wish we got more episodes like that. Like, they always just say, oh, Ash and Lucario have such a strong bond, and they even say that in later episodes, but we never are shown that bond. At most, the bond we see is Lucario is Ryo evolving to protect Ash. That is the most bond I've seen from Ash and this Lucario. Besides it, Aura. Yeah. Overall, this episode, I will give it a solid 8 out of 10. Actually, yeah, an 8 out of 10 wasn't too bad. It wasn't incredible. Just a solid 8. 8 episodes for me are more in the middle. So, yeah, this episode will get a middle-ish 8 out of all the episodes. Now, moving on to episode 85, Rival Showdown Ash vs. B. This episode is definitely my favorite of the 3. And this is the main reason why. We finally get to see a genuine interaction with Ash Pokemon and a rival. Like, I'm sorry. B is Ash's only rival this series, besides maybe Raihan and Rinto, and they never had a genuine interaction until now, besides the ending of that episode where they just both ate sweets. Why? That was my main problem with their rivalry. It didn't feel real because they genuinely like didn't even have a connection. B didn't even know Ash's name. I mean, they fixed this later on in these next two episodes, but we're never gonna see B again unless she somehow like pulls up to the master class and out of nowhere we ain't seeing B again. So that was that. So all this development between her and Ash thrown out the window. But yeah, we genuinely see good interactions between B and Ash, where they're all like sitting around, where she offers to train with him. They all sit around, they eat. We finally see all of Ash's Pokemon in one place. Besides those world coronation, Ash's current rank is this like little flashback thingies. I swear, I went back, I looked over most episodes, and we never see all of his Pokemon in one place. They're always missing one or the other. They're always either missing Dracovish or Gengar or something. But yeah, overall, continuing on, we also see a good how B and Korrina have a friendship. I love this, especially because spoiler alert, I wrote this part of my what if journeys. This is also self promo because that's going to be coming back soon after this video, maybe a day or two after I'll post the next part, which I'm filming at the moment. In my what if journeys took place in Galar series, I have Korrina making a cameo appearance where she's friends with B. So I'm gonna say I predicted this. And if you guys don't believe me, I literally have notes where I've had this written down for months. I'm gonna say since whenever I first wrote it, because that was one of the first things I wanted to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the credit. I predicted this, but I didn't publicly say it, so no one could believe me now. But yeah, we see their friendship. We see how they have a respect for each other, and we see when B said, "Oh, she's weak." She was talking more about battles and stuff. Or I'm sorry, the hesitation. I don't remember exactly what she said. Sorry. Yeah, those are my main positives with this episode, which is very little. It's more of before the battle is when I found it good. I also like the beginning of the battle. The beginning of the battle was fine when they kept switching out. My main problem is when Ash sends out Lucario, after he sends out Pikachu and Grapplock takes out Pikachu or gets close to taking out Pikachu, so he switches out the Lucario. B continuously switches out and gets the upper hand on Ash, and then he still doesn't switch out to the point where he was about to Mega Evolve if Lucario didn't stop him. I also like this part that Lucario stopped him because he knew it was at the time too. That showed Lucario and Ash. I don't know, like something. It also shows. I would have rather it actually it did start, but it didn't work due to a lack of training because if you think about it, we have not seen Lucario use This is Lucario's first time using Mega Evolution. I don't even think they trained. At most, they probably trained for a day because this is probably like a couple days after that Karina episode since she's still with them. My last really positive with this episode was Karina being the side with Goh commentating. I always love how Goh has a character to commentate with over battles. Those make them way more interesting. Instead of just cutting to go, oh my god, like reacting. Like the Volkner battle was really good, but it didn't have that Goh talking to someone flair that most other battles do. It was just him talking to Grookey more. Now, in for the negatives, I already stated Lucario wasn't switched out. That's my really main negative. More the battle part. This episode is half battle, half interactions. The half of it's good. The battle isn't eh. It has a good start, yeah, definitely, and it shows off all the Pokemon B uses, which I don't think she should have used Hawlucha. I'm sorry. We saw B had a Pangoro and a Phalanx. I thought it would have been way more interesting if she used one of the other Pokemon besides the ones we see. Also, why did Ash use Pikachu? This is more of a negative for next episode than this episode, in my opinion. But Pikachu was first sent out here. It would have been so much cooler to see Dracovish, or I wouldn't even have cared if Dracovish lost because I'll explain this more in the next part. But overall, this episode is also an 8 out of 10. This is one of my more favorable 8 out of 10 episodes overall on my rankings for this the whole episodes of the series. But yeah. let's move on to the climactic, air quotes there, finale of this free episode mini. Oh, episode 86, Mega Evolution versus Gigantamax. This is definitely the worst out of the three. And the thing about it is it's the best animated episode. That is one of my few pros with this episode. The animation is on point. This animation is incredible. Like, props to Iwane. Beautiful job done. The animation definitely carried this episode. It would have been way lower if this beautiful man didn't animate it. Now, why I would make it lower is a lot of my negatives for the entire arc come here or resolve around here. Like I was saying earlier, Pikachu shouldn't have battled. You know why Pikachu shouldn't have battled? It did absolutely nothing instead of just making Sirfetch lose. Yeah, Sirfetch loses to Hawlucha. Again, repeating the original B battle. If you were gonna adding Sirfetch at this point, it's just filler, just to make other stuff look stronger. Pikachu didn't even need to be in the battle. Why is he here? Like, you could have easily used Dracovish or something else. Like, it's not even like, oh, Pikachu lost a Graplock before, he's getting revenge. No, he still loses the Graplock. It's Lucario's Graplock's rival. Why is Pikachu in this battle? Would have been 10 times more interesting if, I don't know, maybe Dracovish or Gengar. I wouldn't even have been mad if Gengar lost, to be honest, because we would have seen, like, come on, get a win. But yeah. Speaking of which, I also, in sitting here noticing, the first time I watched this episode, I just sat here and the whole time and was like, this is the Volkner battle, beat for beat. And let me explain this. Remember, the Volkner battle, Gengar had 0 losses, Pikachu had 1 win against Electivire, and Lucario took out 2 Mons, one of which being he actually defeated, one of which being a tie. Now, let me explain to you what happens in this battle. Sirfetch gets 0 wins, Pikachu gets 1 win, and Lucario gets 2 wins. It's the exact same. Aside from Sirfetch, the replaceable third Pokemon that Dracovish, Gengar, and himself fill for every battle, this battle is beat for beat to Volkner. I mean, it's structured a little differently with instead of Lucario being the middleman, Lucario's the ending man. But also, the only reason Lucario's the ending man is because Ash had to finish it off with a gimmick. The Mega Evolution gimmick. Similar to how Ash had to beat Volkner with a gimmick. Now, next battle, most likely is when we're finally seeing G-Max Gengar. Now, let me explain to you how I already can call where this battle is going. We start off with our replaceable third Pokemon. Let's just say Sirfetch or Dracovish. Then we move on. They get 0 wins. Then we move on to Pikachu. Gets 1 win. And then Gengar pulls out of 2 wins. And it's only because he needs to get the 2 wins. Gengar is normally that replaceable third Pokemon, but next battle, if they're going to use him or have him use Gigantamax, it has to be his battle. Now, is this going to fix anything? No, it's not, because Gengar had to win with a gimmick. Gengar has sucked this entire series. Same thing with most of Ash's other Pokemon, besides really Lucario being decently well, even though having a trash moveset, might I add you. And Dragonite. Every other Mon, excluding Pikachu as well, because Pikachu gets most battles, has been garbage. Gengar has 1 win, even though it's said to be so strong. All of its wins have been off-screen, except for the first battle attack. Wow. Sirfetch, not as bad as Gengar, but a lot of its wins are off-screen as well, and we also hardly get to see it battle. Its only win, besides its only wins have been Girder and Rintos Gallade that he won off Evolving. That's pretty cool, having a Pokemon. It's only 2 wins, being 1 before it evolves and 1 after. Wow, so interesting. And let's see, Dracovish's only win and battle in general is against Iris's Dragonite, which was lowered by Ash's, and then it hits a 4-time super effective move. since it most likely had strong jaw when it used the Ice Fang. And Ice was already super effective against Dragonite. Then gets one shot by Haxorus. See, replaceable mods. Lucario, Dragonite, and Pikachu are not are easily replaceable filler mods that are used to make the other ones look better. Dragonite might become this eventually, since I really don't see where they're gonna go with Dragonite at this point. It's really the only cool thing you could have done. It's only cool win it got already. The only other time that I see it being a lead of a battle after Iris, possibly against Cynthia or Raihan, since they're both, or Cynthia's ace is a dragon type, and Raihan specializes in dragon types. But yeah. Overall, that's my main problem with the battle. It's just so formulaic and predictable. Once Surfetch was down, I literally sat there and said Pikachu's beating Hawlucha, losing Graplock, and Lucario beats both easily. Now, the animation for Surfetch definitely carried its battle. That man chucked the shield, which was so sick. Also, another problem overall is why can't Surfetch or even Lucario learn new moves? Like, they have like the most garbage moves. We also have like Dragonite, who has like an amazing moveset, and Gengar with an incredible moveset as well. But we still have Lucario using Force Palm, Double Team. The only good moves it has is the Aura Sphere and Reversal, and we still have freaking Surfetch using whatever move that bug move is that most people used of all of it. Like, learn Leaf Blade, please. Okay. Now, moving on from like that, my main problems with that. My only real positive from the battle itself was, besides the animation, of course, was after Machamp goes back to its normal form, because then that battle actually seemed fun and realistic. We see all the effects of Dynamax, but also, before I say this, Dynamax is so boring in this anime. Lucario avoided 2 of Gigantamax Machamp's moves. It avoided, literally, it only got hit by 1, and it wasn't even a powerful one. It was the normal type move, I'm pretty sure, that it got hit by. And it avoided every other one. The best part about that battle is that we saw the effects on Machamp after, but Lucario still takes it out easily, because it was Mega Evolved. Like, that's just the problem with Dynamax in general. It's really boring. It's only 3 moves, and it's not really that. In the games, it's fine, because, like, yeah, 3 move super boost. That's that where you can use very strong moves. But in an anime sense where all your trainer has to do is say dodge it, and they can move 5 steps to the side, I don't think Dynamax works. Now, also, that was the best battle of the fight, the whole episode. Hawlucha one shots Kamon, then Pikachu basically one shots Hawlucha, then Graplock takes out Pikachu with ease, then Graplock's main rival, Lucario, one shots it. It one shots it. That was the only battle where I don't think anything got one shot. You could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. That is the only battle where something didn't get one shot. But yeah, the ending is very good though. Where I love how B said that she's still gonna try her hardest to make it to the master class. I hope we see B in master class. Maybe not battle Ash, because I genuinely want to see Cynthia and Raihan battle him instead. But hopefully we see B again. Besides, yeah, I say besides a lot. I gotta stop repeating words when I do reviews. But anyway, guys, this episode is a solid 7. Literally, this is the lowest rated battle I've ever done. Battles normally get over an 8, I'm sorry, I stutter a lot. Gets easily over an 8 most of the time. But this is the one battle where it went under because of its predictability, and it's just boring structure. It's definitely, I'm gonna say right now, this is the best animated battle, but it's just so predictable and boring. And it really had no stakes, because in the end, at this point, why would Ash be losing to B again? Like, it has no stakes. But anyway, guys, 7 out of 10. Overall, these episodes were fine. It's just felt some parts were rushed, like Ash mastering Mega Evolution, and even the Beast. Some of the Beast stuff is a little stupid, but yeah. I hope you guys like the video. Subscribe for more content like this in the future, and goodbye.